Hey everybody, what's good? What's up? This is Stevie's Tarot. Come on in, join me. Hit that like, subscribe button. Make sure you get notifications for all. We're gonna do a self-worth tarot spread this morning. I've got the banned books deck out. And we're gonna see what they have to say. I hope this finds you doing well. Come on in and have some, excuse me, have some coffee and, I don't know, do a little gardening with me, whatever your preferences are, and let's see what this day holds and do a little check-in with our self-worth. It is rainy and stormy this morning where I am in the Midwest, in the United States. Let's get into these cards. The first card is, how do you see yourself, collective? How does collective see their self? That's this card right here. The Page of Pens. And I don't know what the pens is in this deck. It's swords or wands. I could be wrong. Swords. So how you see yourself is like the Page of Swords. The Page of Pens represents intellectual curiosity. Yeah, you've always been curious about things. You've never stopped learning, no matter how old you are. He's out. Is he painting or is he having a smoke at looking at the world? You could see that either way, right? Okay, let's see what he says. Okay. It calls you to let your mind wander without judgment or expectation. To be as free and playful in your thoughts as children playing in a field of rye. Detach and you will find clarity. Despite being a classroom classic and a valuable rite of passage for adolescents, The Catcher in the Rye has often been challenged for its themes of angst and rebellion, as well as explicit language. Oh no! Ooh! Oh, the stuff that, that they deem harmful and bad, oh, the language, and adolescents might follow suit of the rebellion in this. It might give the adolescents too many ideas to rebel, right? That's the problem. Might give them too many ideas. They want to ban, women, I'm not into them, but, everyone has their, their cup of tea, right? But, even romance novels, they want to outlaw them. Straight up. They want to outlaw porn, too. I mean, all types. But even down to those, I don't know, back in the day, in the 80s, women, my grandmother's age in the 80s used to get those Harlequin romance novels. I don't know, I'm sure there's still women that read those, but they want to outlaw them, because that's pornography. Giving women too many ideas for sex to be pleasurable, right? Or to have any type of pleasure reading that book. That book might give a woman pleasure, or that book might entice a woman to pleasure, or a man to pleasure themselves, right? Anyway, so crazy. Like, get over it, yo. I had to, you know, the stuff that they scare people with. We just had Halloween here, and, you know, man, people didn't put razor blades in apples and stuff, but I had an older gentleman that he was saying, oh yeah, I remember how they used to put razor blades in apples and candy bars. No, that's the scare tactics they used to say, but I don't remember them ever finding any of that. They used to, you know, poison and mostly razor blades. When I was growing up, the fear mongers would say that the bad people would put razor blades in it. Nowadays, I guess it's fentanyl, and that's why, like, hardly any of the kids go trick or treating anymore. They do all of these trunk or treats. Anyway, so much of it is just fear mongering, and it's just sad. Anyway, you're on to intellectual pursuits, though. That's happy times for you. You like, you know, you let your mind wander without judgment or expectations. Detach and you will find clarity. More meditation. How do you speak to yourself? How do you speak to yourself? Whoa, really? No, we just need one card. That's way too many. How do you speak to yourself, collective? I have one card. These cards are really big for my little hands. This one card, Spirit. How does the collective talk to themselves? This card. The High Priestess. Well, that's good. I know, good. Because for a long time you didn't. We're going to read the High Priestess in this. It's a Handmaid's Tale. How you speak to yourself. I love that this came out. I love that this came out. The Empress, embodying fertility, abundance, and growth. Are you doing some self-affirmations? You know, I literally breathe in through my nose for 7, hold it for 3, say I am valuable, and breathe it into my heart space as I release it. And then I say the affirmation. I do that. You know, so I breathe in for 7, hold for 3, say the affirmation, and then my out breath is breathing it into my heart space. And the affirmations that I've been using is I am valuable, I am honorable, I am lovable, you know, things like that. All right. So, how you have been talking to yourself, because I am part of the collective. It signifies the creation of life, art, romance, and new ideas. Are you, and this is entertainment purposes only, are you speaking a pregnancy into existence, right? We speak those into existence. We're speaking over our bodies, preparing our bodies. We're speaking it into existence. As we're praying over our bodies, or just speaking mantras, affirmations of love, and a home for that baby for 9 months, 10 months, right? For a pregnancy soon to be. You're speaking that into existence. Like Edna Pontier, you are called to connect deeply with your senses, explore creative expression, and embrace your true self. Contested for its honest portrayal of female sexuality and marital infidelity, the awakening remains a poignant. Oh, yes, a poignant. Look, I was reading the Empress and it's the High Priestess, and I keep going back and forth. What is that? Oh, and I was reading that twice. Oh, there's something about that. But this is the Empress, the High Priestess. See, I've said it again 3 times. The High Priestess asks you to trust your inner voice and reflect on its wisdom away from prying eyes. Just as Afra did, you may find yourself navigating a world where secrets abound and appearance deceived, banned for violent and sexual content, but perhaps also for feminist themes. The Handmaid's Tale is a profound exploration of power, control, and personal agency. Yeah, reflect on trust your intuition, but reflect on it away from prying eyes. You're being watched, and that's why I kept going to the Empress. The High Priestess goes into the Empress. You're being watched. That's why this energy was confusing to me. What's a page of paper? Yeah. Like in the Handmaid's Tale, reflect on its wisdom away from prying eyes. Collective, do you get that? Because you are embodying this fertility, abundance, and growth right now in your life. That's why I was confusing this High Priestess and the Empress energy. There's prying eyes on you right now. Like, just, woo, big time. And then the page of paper at the bottom, a diligent, lifelong student. That's what we talked about in the beginning. This is the clarifier, right? Is dedicated to achieving their goals. You're like a go-getter. You got the foot on the gas and you're going, right? As Ilbram X Candy does, this card asks you to keep learning and working toward creating a better future, even when it feels like the odds are against you. A captivating guide to understanding and eradicating the deeply rooted racism that plagues our society. This New York Times bestseller has been banned for purportedly being decisive. How to be an anti-racist. Yo. Oh. You may have to hide someone, or maybe you are right now. The High Priestess to the Empress energy. I think, no. Sometimes it's like I hesitate to give the messages. There are people needing to hide in the United States because of what's going on, and you're helping them. Read that book, How to Be an Anti-Racist. You're learning and working toward creating a better future, even when it feels like the odds are against you. Stand up to them. What are you doing, people? Are you proud of this? Let me see your face. How can you kidnap and disappear people? These are human beings. Tell me, stand up. No kings. We will not stand for this. How can you remind yourself that you're worthy? That's one of those affirmations that I use. I am worthy. How can I remind myself that I am worthy? Spirit, one card. Top card. The Four of Paper. This is 50 Shades of Grey. The Four of Paper asks you to loosen your grip. Material things may have helped you feel secure in the past, but as Christian learns from Anastasia, you can find great joy in letting go. And 50 Shades of Grey has been banned for its famously explicit content, but the series has sparked an important discussion about sexuality, consent, and taboos. How can you remind yourself that you're worthy? Loosen your grip a little bit. Let go. Let's see. You're going through a period of time of movement, positive growth. Remind yourself. Look back where you were a year ago, 5 years ago. You dreamed of the life that you have today. You really there was a point in your life that you didn't believe you could have the life you're living today. Your ancestors are so proud of you. How can you practice loving yourself? How can you practice loving yourself? Look. You're not going to believe what flipped up. The Lovers. How can you practice loving yourself? The Lovers. This is as Lawrence's story of passion and intimacy proves, love is complicated, but the lovers reveals an opportunity for growth in the union of opposites. Like Connie, you can learn from your relationships. Lady Chatterley Lovers was banned for 30 years for strong language and explicit sexuality, but its story is a breathless tale of longing and personal fulfillment. You can learn from your relationships. You can. You can learn from your relationships. How can you practice loving yourself? Loving those around you. There's an opportunity for growth. You can learn from those relationships around you. That's how you learn. That's how you practice loving yourself. Is you work on those relationships around you. Queen of Words at the bottom. To clarify. With a positive, confident, and helpful energy, the Queen of Words tells you that, like Juno, you have the power to lift up others. Share your gifts and stand up for those who need you now. Yes, you stand up to those bullies. How can you practice loving yourself? Love those around you. Yes, because that feels so good to you. Share your gifts with others. Like when I'm yes, when I'm feeling down, one of the best things I can do is come to a reading for someone else. Share my gifts. Share your gifts. Yes. How can my eyes water and I can't see? How can I admire my beauty? How can you admire your beauty, collective? Temperance. Earth angel. Earth angel. Look at that. It's a beautiful card. Temperance. Genderqueer, a memoir. Alright. That's how can I admire my beauty? Temperance card. Oh my gosh, I turned right to it, y'all. Look, there it is. It's a beautiful card. Okay. Representing balance, patience, and moderation. Temperance encourages the blending of masculine and feminine energies to achieve harmony. As Kobe reveals in her memoir, only when you explore and embrace all aspects will you feel whole. Genderqueer has faced censorship for its candid exploration of non-binary and asexual identity, yet the graphic novel remains a critical testament to the quest for personal truth and balance. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. With the Emperor at the bottom. To seal this up, he's saying, I got this. I got you. I got you. Oh. Love it. Okay. So, Twin Soul Flames want to say something, and then I think that will be all. Let's check this out. Yeah, we're at 24 minutes. Let's find out what these have to say for the collective. Shuffle one more time. All right. Messages for the collective. Anything else? Okay. We are working together in union on healing our wounds. I will always love you, no matter what happens between us. I love you more than words can say, than words can express. You still mean so much. I'm sorry for breaking promises I've made to you. I hope you found messages here. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, leave a kind comment. This is Stevie's Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. Have the most blessed day.